Hello children of class 2. Welcome to this week's video on computers. Today we are going to revise two chapters. Chapter 6, Introduction to Paint, and Chapter 7, More on Paint. Now Paint, as you know, is a software or program for drawing and coloring pictures. It is quite simple. It is very easy to use and it's a lot of fun. Now, you have been doing paint in class 1. You have done paint in class 1 last year. So you had a lot of practicals on that. So paint was not something unknown to you. This year, due to the lockdown, we could not arrange any practicals. But we have taught some new tools. Hopefully, you have learned their use, at least some of them. Anyway, for today's video, first I'll begin by showing you how you will start paint, and then what are the various parts of the paint window and what are their use, and then I will discuss about the use of various tools in paint. First I will show you how to start paint. Step 1, click on the Start button. Step 2, click on All Programs. Step 3, go to Accessories and click. And last and step 4, click on Paint. This is our paint window. Now a quick recap as to the various parts of the paint window. The top part where I am moving my mouse pointer, this blue colored bar is known as the title bar. On this corner there are 3 buttons. These are known as control buttons, but more about them later. First, about the title bar, you can see it is a more detailed blue color. It contains the name of the program, Paint, and also the name of the drawing, which at present is nothing, untitled. Now, in this corner we have 3 buttons. These are known as, this is the Minimize button, this is the Restore Down button, and this is the Close button. The Close button will close Paint, so I will not do that. Restore Down button, if I click, our paint window becomes a little smaller. If you want to, for some reason, see something about the desktop, some icon you want to see, then you can restore it. And when after doing that, you can move it around. You can move it along, move it down, move it up, like that. When you want to make it big again, make it fill the whole screen, make it cover the desktop. Now see, the button has changed. Now it has become the Maximize button. And the last button is the Minimize button. When I click on this, what happened? Did Paint close down? No, it hasn't. It has been minimized to an icon on the bottom of the window screen. Now if I bring my pointer here, and click, paint window will open once again. On top over here is the Quick Access toolbar. It's over here. This is the Quick Access toolbar. It contains buttons to do a lot of common tasks. This is the Paint button. When I click on this, it gives me a lot of options like save, save as, print, and open. This part is known as the ribbon. This is the ribbon. It contains different options and different tools and buttons for doing various work in Paint. Here are the shapes for drawing shapes. Here is the fill color tool. eraser tool, text tool, brushes, so on. This is the Home tab, this is the View tab. This is the Home tab, this is the View tab. So the ribbon consists of two parts, tabs and groups. These are the two tabs of the ribbon, Home and View. And you can see all these buttons here, so many buttons. Now they are divided into groups. Like this group of buttons is called something called clipboard. This group of buttons is called a group called tools. This is image, this is shapes, and so on. And finally, this area is the drawing area where we do all our drawing. Now I will show you the use of certain tools. This is the revision. You have done all this in class 1. This is the oval tool. We use it for drawing oval shapes and circles. Okay. Now, before drawing the circle, you can do two things. You can click on the size button and choose the size. I have chosen the thickest size. Okay. And another thing you can do is you can choose the color, in which case you will get a colored circle. In the same way, you can draw rectangles by clicking on the rectangle tool, and after that you can choose the size and color and draw rectangles. Then we have the line tool for drawing straight lines. And we have the fill color tool, this one for filling shapes with color. And we have the eraser tool for rubbing out drawings. The use of the polygon tool. First I will click on the polygon tool, which is this one. I'll bring my pointer to the drawing area. I will drag, get a straight line. I'll bring the pointer to an empty area and I will click, and a line will come joining this last point with where the pointer was. Then I will click here, another line is drawn, click here, another line is drawn, and then double click, and our star is complete. Now I'm going to draw some curved lines. This is the curve tool. I'll bring the pointer to the drawing area. I will drag, I will get a straight line. Then somewhere in the middle, I'll come and slowly drag it up and click again, and our figure is complete. Okay. Now, here is a mountain and here is a star, but the star is so big. Can I make the star smaller? Yes, I can. I have to resize it. But to resize it, first I have to select it. So here is the select button. Here is the select button. I will click on this and I'll bring my pointer here and I will drag the mouse until the entire circle comes inside it. Then I will come here, I'll bring my pointer to one of the corners and drag it up. Not only can I make it smaller, I can also move it to wherever I want to keep it. So, all this time I have been talking about tools for drawing arithmetic shapes. Shapes which you will find probably in your maths books. For example, circle, oval, square, rectangle, straight line, even curve. These are all shapes which you will find in your maths books. And you can draw them in paint using the oval tool, rectangle tool, line tool, curve tool and so on. But what if you want to draw freehand? If you want to draw free form shapes, you want to draw a flower or a tree, you cannot do it with the circle tool or rectangle tool or line tool or even with the curve tool. For these drawings, there are two tools in paint, brush and pencil. In the next part of the video, I'll show you how you can draw freehand, how you can draw free form shapes using the pencil and brush tools. I will also talk about the text tool, which is used to add some words to your drawing. Over here is the pencil tool. When I click on it and I bring the pointer here, I get free form thin lines like these. And this is the brush or the brushes. When I click here, I get different types of brushes. There are total 9 types of brush. Don't have to learn the types. This is the ordinary brush. This is the pencil brush and the calligraphy brush something. This is nice. This is airbrush. Okay. This is the something called oil brush. Sorry, we did not choose correctly. That was airbrush only. Now that looks promising. That is the oil brush. This is the crayon. Not bad. This is the marker, and these are the calligraphy pencil too, and this is the watercolor brush. Now I will talk about saving and opening a file. Now, saving, as I said in my last video, is a very useful thing. If you have drawn a picture and you want to show it to somebody after a long time, you don't have to keep your computer on, you can save it. It will be saved in your computer's hard disk. Remember, hard disk, you studied in storage devices. Whatever, it is stored. And whenever you want to see it, not just after a few hours, after a few days, after a few months, after a few years, it will still be there. All you need to know is remember the name of the file, and you will be able to open the save file once again. So the next part of the video, I will show you how to save a painting, a drawing, and then how to open the save file. Now let me draw something using the brush tool, or rather the airbrush tool. This is the airbrush tool. Let me click on this. Let me go to green. Okay. Then yellow. Let's drag it a little so that it gets filled up. If you have not guessed it already, please understand I am going to draw a flower. Now, isn't that nice? Only it will be much nicer when you draw it. And now let me give it a name also. This is the text tool. Now I'm going to drag over here. This line is going to come and I will type some name. What name should I give? Let me give my own name. Okay, I've given my name along with the drawing. Now I want to save it. I want to save this. How do I do that? First I will go to File, then I will click on Save. I will go to Save As, and the dialog box will come. In that I will give the name flower. And then I will lastly click on the Save button. Then I will close Paint. I will go to this red colored box, click, and Paint is closed. Now I will bring Paint back. My picture of course is no longer there, so I will now have to open it. I will go to the Paint button, go to Open, and can you see the file flower? No, you cannot. In which case you have to turn to this sidebar and keep scrolling down. Sooner or later you will find it. And there is our file name flower. Let me click here and let me click on Open, and our picture is back on the drawing area. With that I come to the end of this week's video. This week I revised two chapters, Chapter 6, Introduction to Paint, and Chapter 7, More on Paint. I talked about the various tools in Paint, the line tool, the rectangle tool, oval tool for drawing various arithmetic shapes. I talked about resize. I talked about other things. I talked about how to save a drawing and then after saving it, how to bring it back. At the beginning, I talked about how to start Paint and the various parts of the Paint window. Next week there will be an online class on Chapter 8, File Management and Introduction. So till then, it's Tata and take care.